So there's this thing that does not get talked about enough.
Okay.
You automatically think if you trade a guy, right,
Mm-hmm.
you're clearing all of their cap hit.
Correct.
For whatever reason, that's not what happens.
Correct.
So if
it's
we,
got to be
I don't know,
communicated both parties.
I don't know what exactly happened. There's numbers online on overthecap.com that if Diontae is traded before June 1st,
Yes,
we still have to take on a certain portion of dead cap. And
because you could determine it pre versus post and all that.
yeah, there's a June 1st that's after, which is a lot less. But right now, if we were to trade him before the draft, around draft time, whatever, we would have to take on $11 million of dead cap.
Yeah.
Whereas cap hit is $16 million.
Yeah.
I think it comes out to like 4.5 something in savings by us making the trade.
The way that we are is the similar situation that the Cowboys with Zeke. Like, it's almost like identical in terms of what we would save versus dead money versus like the actual like value on it. It doesn't make a lot of sense in that vein if it's just a cut and dry move, unless you can get a team to really like take on that portion of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how it exactly works, but why it still weirdly makes sense to me to make the trade is you're still getting $4.5 million in cap space that you could use to sign like a Terrell Edmonds, and you'd presumably be getting a pick back in the second or third round.
But
so
you lose arguably your number 2
right,
receiver.
You're obviously drafting like this only works if you're getting one of the top guys in the draft in terms of receiver, like a Jordan Addison.
Yeah,
that's how it works, because then you don't got to worry about Diontae's cap hit next year. Like this is it's like this forward thinking type of thing where.
But you got to get it right though.
You got to get it right.
That's the thing.
You got to get it right. I don't think this is really a Steeler type of move.
I feel like if the Steelers are picking higher, or excuse me,
if
like
we knew
lower,
we were getting Addison, I think you'd do it. I would be fine with doing it.
I just don't think it's a guarantee where we're at right now. And obviously, we'll see what his combine and pro day looks like. That'll determine how further, like how high up he goes versus how late he goes.
We want him to run bad times.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things. We'll see what our philosophy is, because you got both mindsets, right? When you talk about, you know, winning in the NFL, some people think you have to have just receiver, score points. Some people feel you got to win in the trenches. You look at some of these teams this weekend, trenches did matter. You know what I mean? And that's the part where it's like, I don't know, man. I know the Jordan Addison is very exciting, but I could definitely see why the team would still say, bump that. We need to make sure we're solid in these trenches, because the teams that are the ones that are able to get about these stadiums right now, especially when you talk playoff football.
I feel like we could still focus on the trenches if we make the swap Diontae for Addison.
Yes.
But if we keep Diontae and draft Addison, then you could see our priorities have shifted a little bit.